Well, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Dave coming to you from the Dogyard. It is Friday afternoon, 6 p.m., 6:30, something like that. Kind of another perfect weather. The sky's a little cloudy, but I got blue sky over me, but there's kind of dark gray clouds all around, but it's perfect temperature. I don't even think it's 80 degrees. Touch of a breeze. Just got another just perfect day. We've had our string of them, so when I bitch at you later about how hot it is, it's got to remind me about how perfect this week has been. Dogs are all around me, so I'm going to throw up a little 1 minute. In fact, I'll just do it at the end like I always do. But we're out in the dog yard, and the dogs love it. So it's working out perfectly. I get to sit here for an hour, enjoy my cigar. Dogs love being like Dad's part of it, so they stay out here with me. It's pretty fun. All right, work before play. So another Sean special, LFD for Dominicans, Airbender. I don't know anything about this bad boy, but I've enjoyed every one Sean has given me. I'm sure I will enjoy this one as well. I haven't toasted Jim in a while, so Jim, just for you, we're going to toast the foot here. Perfect. I'm sure you get dogs playing. Oh, there goes Echo wandering off. Pups are in what I call the mud hole. Where you going, Echo? Echo, Echo. The two pups haven't seen each other all day. Sasha's been with me. So they got back together. They love it. And they have some dinner together. And now they're going to play for a little while. And they're going to dig in the mud hole and get me in trouble because they're going to be dirty when Mom gets home. So my girls are over at the farm. Anne-Marie and Lauren, as usual, are kind of doing their evenings now at the farm, which is perfect for me because then I can sit out here and don't have to worry about them. So let's see, Wednesday, Sasha had her first vet appointment, 26, 27 pounds. That was 3 days ago, so she's probably closer to 29 or 30 pounds now. So I got a big old F-350, Ford F-350 for a farm truck over on the horse farm, and its batteries had finally died. But God, I think they gave me 10 years, so I can't complain. But I had to swap out both batteries today, and they were corroded and rusty. I mean, I'm sure you've all seen when batteries, kind of explode out and there's no power left in them. So it took me a while to wrench them loose. And it was funny because when I put them both up on the counter I think I was at AutoZone, that guy looked up and said, "Man, you cannot complain about getting your money's worth out of these bad boys," which was so true. But got new batteries in, truck's fired up. In fact, we drove it down to a farm sale this afternoon. Amory, there's a farm about 30 miles south of us that was closing, and they're selling. So they're selling all their farm stuff. So Amory went to go see if she'd get any deals. So we brought back, we spaved, as they used to say. So she bought a bunch of buckets and cross ties and decorations. So, but I gotta say, she got for pennies on the dollar. Things that would probably cost $500. I think we spent $70 on. So good for her. And we took the old farm truck down. It drove great. So one problem fixed in behind us. As Forrest Gump said, "Yeah, that's good. One less thing." So I feel about it. When you get these problems pop up, you just got to whack them and one less thing to deal with. But there's going to be another one tomorrow. So in my life, I've decided my goal isn't the dogs are having fun back here. Boy, that's Chance having fun. Look at Chance upside down. It's rare that Chance will get upside down. Anyway, so I've learned in life to try to not have my action item be zero. Not have 0 items on the action items. That always used to be a goal of mine, was have my action items list cleared. And all that does is breed frustration. So I try to make sure that the problem arrival rate does not exceed my problem close rate. So if I got 2 problems in the door this morning, I fixed 2 problems today. And or try to get 3, right? Try to get 1 off my list and the 2 new ones done today. And if I can keep that pace up, my life's in pretty good shape. But I'm done trying to have 0 things broken, 0 things on my list, 0 things to do. It just does not work in my life. So this is what happens when you try to light a cigar and mind puppies. I burnt the snot out of it. This is a good example of what not to do to a cigar. But I have to say, it draws great. It tastes great. It's smooth. The retrohale is awesome. Oh, that's nice. But I just want to show you that old Mr. Smartass burnt the snot out of his toasting his cigar today. That is not toasting. That is burning the shit out of it. So I tried to put up the photos. We had a really cool event happen 2 nights ago. We had a mama deer come by, and then later on in the evening, she brought the deer by. She brought her little fawn by and left it. She left it by my race trailer, and so I put up a picture and a little video of it before, but I'll put it here as well. But she came back the following evening. By last night, by dark last night, she had come by and picked it up and moved it somewhere else. And that's kind of what they do. They leave them for 24-hour periods for the first few days of their life, because predators can track a female doe or deer, but they can't track the baby because there's no scent to them. So they hide them till they're old enough to walk and eat, or nurse anyway. So it was nice to see it gone this morning. And we saw mama deer earlier this morning. She's still close. I would imagine she hit her baby within 100 yards or 200 yards of where she hit her the other night, but I can't see it, which is good. I just, prefer not to have to deal with it. But it was a cool thing to see. I'd never actually physically seen it. I've always heard about it. You see it on wildlife shows and things, but to walk out in the yard and find a stashed baby deer was pretty cool. And then it appears to have turned out okay. I don't see any parts or fur or hair or anything, so I think it was basically mom. And then mama was here today, so I'm pretty sure she's still hanging close with the baby. So that was a cool thing to have happen. You got Sasha digging a foxhole here in the corner. Chance just chilling. So I got a funny picture to show you. God is so distressed with the United States that he put my flag at half mast himself last night. We had a little bit of a windstorm come up overnight, and he put my flag at half mast. I've got a picture I'll put up here, and then got a little video of it I'll cut in. So that you guys to see this. God is so distressed with our country that he put my flag at half mast last night. We had a windstorm, and what actually ended up happening was the cheap plastic part broke. But it just, when I got up this morning, I was like, oh man, even God's distressed with our country. Let's see if they still make metal flag wall holders. The plastic one only lasted about a year. Yeah, I appreciate Welsh Piper Mark, the tip in that Country Squire had Sam Gall with today. I was actually able to pick up, the max was 8. You can only buy 8 tins of chocolate flake, but I actually got some. I've never been able to buy it, find it, own it before, so I got 8 tins in the door today, or ordered today. I might go back online and order another 8 tomorrow if he still has them. So it's kind of fun when we can tip each other off that these products are in the door. I don't know if Smoking Pipe still has $17.92 or not, but I was able to buy. I maxed it twice, so I think I have 40 tins of it at home now. So I'll never need to buy it again. It'll age. I'll fly some. I'll take some to Wyoming next week. I have enough in both cellars to last me the rest of my life, and give as a gift occasionally too. Yeah, the paddock's coming along nicely. We're getting it straightened out again. We're 2 weeks into the puppies. We've established kind of a new. It's different than it was a month ago, but we've got a nice pace of life going again. Getting a new rhythm going. So getting caught back up, all those little business action items that niggle at you, all the emails that come in, starting to watch some YouTubes again. Jim, you've looked bored for over a week now. You've got to get something. In your life that excites you. So last night we had Sasha's second formal training session. So I bought a 6-pack of one-on-one sessions. So it's just me and the trainer and Sasha. And yesterday it was interesting because it's at the end of the day. It's like 7 or 7:30 in the evening, and Sasha had gone throughout the room and found 8 or 9 spots that she was very, very interested in, and the trainer was kind of blown away. She said, that dog needs to be a scent dog. And the reason she said that was the day prior, she had done scent training in a class and had put like 8 spots of scent the day before. And some of the dogs failed finding the scent, 10 minutes later. And here Sasha is finding every one of them like 24 hours later. And so she's definitely developed a bit of a skill in that area. So that might be a fun thing. I don't know if I can volunteer a scent dog occasionally. I don't know if that has to be a full-time canine job, but hopefully we can find a way to keep her training and maybe even use that as a skill someday. It's kind of fun to see the dogs actually. The more dominant dogs let the not so dominant get on top sometimes. Like Sasha's letting Finn kind of dominate her right now, which is a great personality trait. And it's fun for Finn as well to play top dog occasionally. Poor guy's an Omega dog, but he doesn't know it. He thinks he's rough. He doesn't take any shit off her, I'll say that. Trying to get. She knows I'm looking at her. It's just fun to see. So Echo's 4. It's just fun to see her have fun like that. Meanwhile, you can see the puppies back there trying to dig a foxhole and get down in and get nice and muddy. Get me in trouble. That's what they do. So I hadn't been on another horse farm for a while. I've only been on mine. We opened 10 and a half years ago. It was January of 2014 that we opened. And luckily we've been in a position for all that time that we've never needed to take any money off the farm. We didn't, I had a full-time job, and we financed our own family from my career, not from the horse farm. And in 2017 or 18, we paid it off, so we had no mortgage payment on the farm. And then I sold my company in 2019. But it's interesting. So this family had kind of thrown in the towel and was selling not only all their stuff, but was selling the farm, and their house was on the farm as well. And it brought to mind how hard it is for a family to try to make any money, try to make a living off of a horse farm. In my opinion, it's pretty much impossible. I feel good that we run the horse farm at a break-even level, and that's with no mortgage. If you added a $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month mortgage to it, it would be almost impossible. And then try to make any sort of life living off of it would be impossible. I just don't know how it could be done. You just don't make enough money. And the problem is, I think a lot of people look at gross revenue, like how much board. Like we charge $850 a month, and we have about 15 people. So you take $850 a month and you multiply 15 or even 20. That seems like a big number, but that's gross. That's not profit. That's not net. And I think a lot of people who get into the horse world aren't business people, and they only look at the top line. They don't look at the bottom line, and it becomes impossible. So it's rare to watch a family, kind of kick it and say, that's it, we're done, we're closing, we're selling everything, and we're getting out. In fact, this is the third time this particular farm has been bought and resold, and by a family who just decided it just wasn't working. So that's kind of 3 failures. It's basically every other year this farm gets purchased by a family who thinks they're going to make their living on it, and then just ends up selling it to get away from it. So I'm going to show you, it's a beautiful day, but you see these big gray clouds, but they're not really storm clouds, and there's producing no rain. See a little bit of blue up there. It's just still a beautiful day, though. When it's cloudy like this, it does help hold the heat down. It was pretty thick today, but not too bad. Clouds really help. And here you see my old dog teaching my new dog bad manners. He's actually starting a new foxhole. Bad animals. They're all bad animals. You would think my old guys would teach my new guys good manners, but he teaches them all the tricks and the trades of how to be a bad dog. He's telling her, you go dig your own foxhole. I should discipline them rather than video them, but it's more fun to record it and show it to you than get them in trouble or get mad at my dogs. I was end up putting more bricks out. So keep an eye on her. She's going to start digging too now. Look at that. Bad animals, man. Hey, one part about that little deer I forgot to tell you about is all 4 of my dogs got within an inch or 2 of it because it was laying right up against that dog fence just down there. And each one of them ran by it within an inch or 2 of it and didn't even know it was there. It didn't move, but they obviously couldn't smell it. It was really interesting. It was a good test to see that, predator animals can run by it inches away and not smell it. Even when they go over there now, they don't smell the hole where she had the baby. It's like even laying there for 24 hours, it left no scent. I thought that was kind of interesting. Yeah, it's weird when this stuff happens in your own backyard. So this time in the evening, we get bats. We usually get, especially over this field. I think they like insect hunting right over this field. So two of our just flew over. I don't know if there's any shot of me getting them on video, but they essentially look like sparrows until you see how fast they're beating their wings. But anyway, they're out and about. If I can swing the camera up, catch them, I will. It's like Wild Kingdom here, isn't it? Hey, and speaking of that 1792 flake that I got from Smoking Pipes, I finished my first 10 of it today. I have to go back and see how many bowls. I think it's 6 days, something close to 20 bowls out of that first 10. Anyway, fabulous blend. I mean, the first I've ever smoked it, but I loved it. But I said I'd smoke it until Uncle Willie came back or until I smoked to the end of the 10. So, um, so my vigil is ended. I still wish nothing but the best for Uncle Willie, but I'm going to move on and smoke something else tomorrow. That's maybe the first time I've ever popped a 10 and smoked it right straight through every single day until it was gone. It was a good experience. You definitely get to know the blend when you smoke 2, 3, 4 bowls a day, 5, 6 days in a row. And that's what I did with my Cadre blend. It was really nice. I really have a good sense of that 1792 now. A great smoke. Definitely top 10, maybe even more, but for now I'll call it top 10. You can see all three of my idiots right here, all on top of each other, all trying to dig the same hole. This is yet another good example of why it's great my wife does not watch this channel. Because she say, why are you sitting here watching this and not dealing with it? Because I think I am dealing with it. I think I'm dealing with it quite well. But anyway, it makes for a great little piece of the video. Does it really matter? Throw a couple more rocks out there, be fine. Let me have fun. Kind of fun to see how much you guys are getting done. Mark, you're killing it in the backyard, dude. The gravel looks good. The redo of the deck looks good. Nice job, man. Greg's finishing up that big giant job he's been on for at least a month. Looks like you're gonna go home for a while. That's pretty sweet. Pat's getting airborne again. His drone shots look great. Jonathan with his air rifle, he got that thing dialed in very nicely. Just fun to see you guys, getting shit done, taking care of business. You can tell I'm catching up on my videos now. I'm pretty much caught up at this point. Hey Sean, look at the ash, man. It's a great cigar. Very smooth. Anyway, thanks, bud. I just want to show it to you. Ash really well. Nice and smooth. Kind of medium blend. Gentle on the retrohale. Anyway, thanks, Sean. Appreciate it, buddy. All right, guys, we're coming to the end of it. I don't want to make this too long. I feel really, really good after smoking this. I got to pull all these pieces together and see if I can make anything that resembles a coherent video out of it. I guess as I get ready to close out with you, I guess there are two things I want to say to you. They're going to sound a little preachy, so you can skip the next couple of minutes and wait for the dog videos or just put up with me for a minute. I think there are two things that are very dangerous in our life. One is when you have a demon or a beast in your life and you're not choosing to turn and face it and actively deal with it. I think that's very dangerous. And the other thing that I think is very dangerous is when you sit there and you're waiting for something. I'm waiting for something to happen. I'm waiting for life to bring me something good. I don't mean like Ken waiting for his promotion papers. That's not what I mean. What I mean is that you're sitting here and you're waiting for life to bring you something. And if you're not careful, life will bring you something. Life will bring you a health problem, a death in the family, loss of a job. It's far healthier to be driving towards something, taking aggressive daily action to bring something into your life that you hope to have. Whatever that is, whether it be a job or a home or a partner or whatever it is, are you actively, aggressively working towards what you want every day? It doesn't have to be all day long, although that's how I do it, but I'm a freak. But are you working towards what you want every day, or do you find yourself sitting around waiting for something to happen? So if you're waiting for something to happen, or you have a demon or a beast that you are not facing, those are two very negative things in your life, in my opinion. Preach you off. That was pretty short. 2-minute preach. That's pretty good for me. All right, let's wrap this up. Let's say goodnight. May God bless you and those close to you. May God turn his ear to your prayer. May God make his face shine upon you and those around you, and may he bless your life as he has blessed and continues to bless mine. Guys, it's a beautiful night here in Southern Maryland. I hope you had a good Friday. I hope you got a good weekend coming at you. I hope you have a good week planned out in front of you next week. I'll be here until Tuesday morning. I'm out of here to Wyoming, and so I imagine Wednesday we'll start doing fireside chats from the Wyoming house. We'll see. All right, you guys. Good night. Talk to you tomorrow.